Okay, start. Okay. Dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, a very good morning to you all. Now I request our chairman of ISNT Pune chapter, Shri Uday Kale, to escort the chief guest of the day, Mr. Nitin Yadwad, and Mr. Dr. Arasu from PFMB on the stage. Thank you. Please come, sir. Welcome, sir. Myself, Kalesh Nerurkar, Honorary Secretary of ISNT Pune Chapter, on behalf of Indian Society for NTT, ISNT Pune Chapter, and the Program Formulation and Management Board of ISNT, welcome you all for the 2-day workshop on eddy current and its application and thermal infrared and its application. Now I request our chairman, Shri Uday Kale, to welcome our chief guest, Mr. Nitin Yadwad, with the bouquet. I also request him to welcome Dr. Arasu from PFMB. Now I request our chairman, Shri Uday Kale, to give a brief overview of our chapter activities and the workshop. Welcome, Mr. Uday Kale.
Thank you very much, Kalesh. So, a very good morning to all of you. Welcome to this workshop, which is on eddy current for today and thermal infrared for tomorrow. This is a unique workshop which we have tried to do it both on hybrid mode. One is online and second is physical. So, let us see what are the results. I am not very sure, but in the evening we will come to know what is the result of that. Okay. So again, welcome all. I should tell you about something little about ISNT and ISNT Pune chapter. So Indian Society for Non-Destructive Testing is a technical society which is promoting NDT science and technology. We have around 19 such chapters, and 19 such chapters we work all over India, and our head office is at Chennai. Even Chennai chapter is one of the part of our HO as well. So to brief of our activities, usually there are some branches of ISNT. Like today, the course that we are taking is done jointly by ISNT Pune chapter and with the help of Program Formulation Management Board, PFMB, for which the chairman is Manoharan and secretary is Dr. Dipesh. So they both are basically the foundation members of PFMB. This PFMB usually does various kinds of courses in conjunction with the local chapters. Apart from that, you have what is called as National Certification Board, which is NCB, which is whose function is typically to take examinations to NDT level 1, 2 and 3 as per IS 13805 and as per ISO 9712. Tomorrow in the evening, after the completion of this IR course, we are having a technical talk on ICN certification also, how that is useful for all people. Even there might be a bridging exam for all those who are ASNT level 3 and ISNT level 3 as well. So this is basically National Certification Board. Then we have National Governing Council, which decides policies and takes policy decisions as well. So there are people who are from industry as well as education institutes who really help us to promote NDT science. Apart from that, we have quarterly journal which is published by ISNT as well. Then we have another wing which is called as TMB, that is Training Management Board. Training Management Board usually is accrediting the institutes who are called as accredited training institutes. So they are called as ATC to be precise. And these people, when they are accredited, they can take courses as per IS 13805 as well as ICN also. Luckily, Pune chapter, we have completed our audit just recent last week, and we are yet to get results of it, and I am very sure, I am positive on it, that we will get accredited to both IS 13805 as well as ICN, and soon, very soon, we will start courses from our chapter as well. Then we have QNest, which usually helps all chapters as well as NCB sometimes to take various kinds of courses and various kinds of like different courses other than NDT certification. Right. So this is what is a brief of ISNT, and as a ISNT Pune chapter chairman, actually today is my second last day, because tomorrow we have an AGM and I'll be stepping down as chairman, and I'll be past chairman then. Dr. Bikash Ghosh will be the chairman, next chairman. So, but still, whatever we have done for last 2 years, I should be able to tell you that we had done a previous 2D and 3D radiological imaging workshop last year, in which we had got a very good response. Then we had also conducted technical lectures, 2-3 technical lectures for the benefit of members. And we always promote to become life member of ISNT, because it helps you to get connected with the NDT society. Also, we promote student chapters, as we know that all the students who are coming from various institutes are the foundations, and they will take our baton ahead. So we are working on that as well. We have prepared a SOP, and maybe in this NGC it will get approved, and then there will be a good SOP how to form a student chapter and how to take it ahead as well. So I think that is all from my side. Again, I welcome you all to this particular workshop, and hopefully you will like this. There are many good speakers from BRC, then IGCAR, and then NFC as well. So hope you take maximum advantage of this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Uday. Now, I would give a brief introduction now about today's chief guest. ISNT Pune chapter is truly fortunate to have the chief guest for today's workshop, Mr. Nitin Yadwad, who is the Chief Executive Officer and Director of Kaiser Compressors. Mr. Nitin Yadwad is a versatile personality. He is a graduate in mechanical engineering with an ICWA. He started his career with Atlas Copco in the year 1991. He joined Kaiser Compressors in the year 2000. After that, he has steered his organization to new heights. That is, with a revenue of just 40 lakhs in the year 2003 to rupees 783 crores as on date. He is also a motivational speaker and has conducted more than 400 talks across the globe for industry, academia, and health sector. Now I request our chief guest, Mr. Nitin Yadwad, to guide us. Welcome, sir.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I truly thank ISNT Pune chapter for inviting me. Dignitaries on the dais, and I can see here right from students to scientists, professionals to practitioners. Thank you. I basically want to know, why are you all here? Any particular reason? You can be open. You are basically here to learn about the advanced techniques in ED current and infrared thermography, right? What is the aim? Aim means ambition in mind. When you must have come here, must have certain ambitions, right? I want to learn certain things here. So that is what you intend to do. To learn about the advanced techniques in ED current and infrared thermography. I could go through the applications. It has been mentioned clearly. As you can see, that you will find applications in nuclear power plants, even nuclear things, plants, etc., power plants. But then one of the things which I think probably is missing is about marine. Because believe me, today, if you look at it, marine business in India is to the tune of about, it's valued at around 90 million USD. That is 2024. What is the aim of the government? 2034, it will be approximately, what has been estimated by the research organizations is about 8120 million USD. And 2047, this will zoom to 237 billion USD. Today, if you look at it, in the ship manufacturing sector, we are nowhere. But soon, by 2035, we will be in the first 5. And then, by 2047, we will be in the first 3. That's the aim. And government is working on this. There are ample number of opportunities that you will find in this sector. Because defect prediction is one. And then there are a lot of licensings which are required when it comes to marine. So don't ignore and only concentrate on nuclear, because nuclear sector or even power plants. The reason is simple. India is opening up. Try to encash on all these opportunities. By the way, what is the aim in life? Can anyone tell? Ambition in mind for everyone is basically to make money, right? But why are you all here? You are here basically to learn and then to remove L, so you can start earning. Everybody is looking for a success in life, right? Everybody, right from a small kid to a person who is about 80-year-old or 79-year-old, including Mr. Trump. Everybody is looking for a success. So what is success? You know, S stands for set a worthy goal. Goal has to be worthy. Because remember, there are some people who had a goal, but then the question is whether it was worthy or not. Osama bin Laden. So always set a worthy goal. U stands for understand the obstacles. Next, C comes for create a positive mental picture. Next, C stands for clear your mind of all self-doubts. Then, E stands for embrace the challenge. Don't run away. Then S stands for stay on. Face it. Then last S is standing for show the world that you can do it. But then, how is this path to the success? You know, our Dr. Kalam, he always had a habit of making difficult things very easy. You know what he said? What is success? When somebody asked him, said, when the signature turns into an autograph, it's a success. What is the success path? How do you define it? How do you achieve the success? There are two ways. One is, it's a combination of skill and will. You are all here to enhance, to sharpen your skills. But then, remember, your will, that means desire, to achieve this success should always take the precedence over your skill. You may have slightly less skills, fine, but then your will has to be stronger. I'll give you one simple example. Today I cannot find in this world other than this good example. Sachin Tendulkar and Vinod Kambli, they were good friends. You ask anybody who is a cricket enthusiast, cricket is a religion here. Ask anyone. You ask Gavaskar, you ask Shrikant, anybody. What they say? Sachin had slightly less skills, but he had strong will, desire to succeed. And that's the reason why he was successful. Kambli, he had better skills, he was a better batsman, but he had no will. That's the reason why he did not succeed. So, to achieve the success, your will always take you to the success. There is another path. You know, visa? It's like FISA. What is it? FISA means fire in the belly. ICE, I stands FISA, F-I-S-A. Fire in the belly. I stands for ice on the head. S stands for sugar in the tongue or sweet in the mouth. And A stands for action in legs. Simple. Fire in the belly, ice on the head, sugar on the tongue, and action in legs. This will fetch you to the success. It's so simple. Remember, everybody is looking for a success. It's clear. But there are many distractions in the world. Whenever you get up early in the morning, what is the first distraction you know? It's always the alarm. People say, "Are ye baj gaya yaar, abhi utna hi padega." Second is, on the lighter vein, Amit Shah at home, Home Minister. Right? Third is family members. Fourth is the moment you go out or you start reading the newspapers are always full of terrorism, crime. They are always spreading the bad news or not so good news. Then if you move out of the residence, then next is neighbor, parking. The moment you are out of your building, next problem is traffic. And in the meantime, the customer calls you up. So there is again a distraction because he says, "अरे मैंने आपको 9 बजे आने के लिए बोला था, आप क्या अभी already 8:30 हो गया, कभी आ रहे हो?" On the way, you will get a call from superior and even the subordinate. So there are many distractions, what I mean to say. So how you can overcome it? Early in the morning, whenever you get up, remember God. God means what? generate enthusiasm, operate to the optimum, and destroy negativity. Once you start doing it, and then start always with a smile. You know why smile? Smile means see miracles in life every day. You have to motivate yourself. You have to reinvent yourself. Then only your day will be really meaningful. Then, once you start, whenever you are visiting the customer, because that is what everybody does. So what do? You tap the GPS. For everyone else, GPS means global positioning system. But for you, if you think that I am on the path of growth, prosperity, and success, believe me, your day will be completely different. So what you have to do is to start, if you really want to achieve the success, start always on a positive note. See always positive in negative things also. One more thing which is of prime importance, whenever you are on the way to the success, is people always talk about customer satisfaction. See, remember always the customer pays us the salary. It's not the organization. Organization is only a media. But it's always the customer who pays us the salary. It's a festival time. Every month people get the salary, right? Maybe some people are less satisfied, some are average satisfied, some are more satisfied. But then, when do you find the delight on your face? During the festival time, right? Why? Not only because of the atmosphere, but in most of the organizations, they go extra mile. They get something, you get bonus, right? So whenever you are meeting the customer, why not to think that you are here to delight the customer? So instead of thinking and talking only about the customer satisfaction, think of customer delight. Once you have a customer delight, believe me, your life will be much more meaningful compared to what it is today. So, in the pursuit of a better life or meaningful life, what is the foundation? It's a circle. Learn, remove well, achieve success, delight the customers. How can you delight further? Again, it's a process. Learn, earn, success, delight, and again learn. So this learning and earning process, you should never ever stop. Okay, if you are getting retired, think of something else. But then still, never ever stop learning. You will be enjoying these 2 days here, I'm sure. But don't stop after learning only about ED currents and infrared thermography advancement. This process should continue because you basically are here to achieve a lot of success, but then success is part of this circle of learning, then earning, achieving the success, and the customer delight. And then again, once you have a delight of the customer, again you have to reinvent yourself. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I sincerely hope you will be enjoying next 2 days, but then never ever stop this process of L, S, and D. Learning, achieving the success, and delighting the customers. And then don't stop at D, again restart with LSD. So thank you very much. Have a nice day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for the motivation. Now I request our promotion partners, One Stop Entity, to briefly introduce themselves. Please.
Thank you, sir. I hope I'm audible to all. Hello. Yeah. Uh, so good morning to everyone. Thank you so much, ISNT Pune chapter, Uday sir, and his entire committee for giving this opportunity to One Stop Entity to be a promotion partner for this 2-day workshops. I'm Govind, a business head working for One Stop Entity, and I'm happy to be here along with my colleague Prathamesh to interact with every one of you in this 2 days. About One Stop Entity, so we are a global entity community where you can get everything related to entity, to understand, to search, and to get answers of your questions. So it's basically a digital platform. We have a beautiful website along with a strong digital presence on the LinkedIn, emails, and through our monthly magazine as well. Basically, we are trying to bring each and everything related to this very niche industry on a single platform so that any user who is looking for anything related to entity can get benefit and information easily accessible for a free of cost. And this is a very genuine try. We are in the industry for past 8 to 9 years, and we are having a very good resources where you can get this information, authentic information in a real time. So you can able to access the information like global entity companies which are there. Let's say those are the equipment manufacturers, service providers, training institutes, associations, be it any, and from the any region of the globe. Along with that, we have 800 plus articles available on our website on a different topics related to NDT. You can find out events, jobs, courses, webinars happening in the industry across the globe. You can freely access to this information, and you can enroll to yourself. Along with that, you can get this information, and you can serve your purpose. Along with that, we are coming up with different collaborations like a media partner, promotion partner to different events and the conferences happening in the industry. This is one of the good example, and I'm sure that this is not just another collaboration or the synergy we are looking for. This is a genuine try to strengthen the local entity community by partnering with the local entity chapters to help them to maximize its reach and reach out to a larger audience so that we can help you with the problems or with the things you are looking for in the NDT, because it's a very niche market, a very niche industry. I'm sure on the open sources like Google or YouTube's, you won't get that authentic information to rely on. And I'm sure this platform will definitely help you. Next 2 days, we will be here interacting with every one of you. We'll be happy to help you understand how One Stop Entity can help you in your journey. We have a beautiful magazines here to introduce to you, present to you, and we'll be happy to have a collaboration and the discussions with all of you. So thank you once again to ISNT Pune chapter, Uday sir and his entire committee for this opportunity, and thank you so much, and I wish all the participants all the best and enjoy these 2 days. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Prathamesh. Now I request Dr. Arasu of Program Formulation and Management Board, ISNT, to guide us. Please, sir.
So very good afternoon, good morning to all of you. And it's my pleasure to be part of this workshop as a PFMB member. And more than that, I'm hosting this program as a technical committee member. And we have very senior persons in this in this faculty crew, and we have 5 lectures in this ECT workshop. I think all lectures will be useful for you, and we will be talking about basics of eddy current to the advancements, the recent advances in the technique. I am sure that you will surely benefited by the rich wisdom of the faculty members. And we have Mr. Arvind Kumar sir from BRC, and Mr. Nagesh Rao from NFC, myself and my colleague Mr. Arjun, and one more lecturer who will be joining in online, Aparna Shela from GE Global Research. She was unable to come in the last moments due to her commitments. And I'm sure that this package will surely benefit you. And I'm looking forward to more interactions with you during the lecture sessions. Thank you so much. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Arasu. Now we are coming to the end of this inauguration program, so I would like to propose a vote of thanks. I would like to thank our chief guest, Mr. Nitin Yadwad and Dr. Arasu for gracing the occasion today. I would like to thank all the sponsors who have supported us for the workshop and making it successful, and also you all the delegates who have registered and we are on the path of making this workshop a great success. Thank you very much, and now we'll start with our workshop immediately. Thank you, sir.
We'll start in 2 minutes. Meanwhile, ask the hotel management to remove this. Yes, sir. Let us start. Today's first lecture is Basics of EDDY Current Technique by Sri Arvind Kumar from BARC. I would read his brief biodata. Sri Arvind Kumar is working in the field of non-destructive testing, especially in eddy current. I have been knowing him for so many years. He is involved in quality control during manufacturing of critical components, quality surveillance, and quality assurance of engineering products. He carried out selection of NDT techniques, fabrication of various probes, standardization of test parameters, and analysis of signals observed during testing. He is deeply involved in in-service inspection of heat exchanger tubes, training, and certification of NDT personnel, and review of various standards. I especially remember him when we had this question bank workshop. When we had this question bank workshop in Pune, and he was there for, especially for eddy current. He has published 70 technical papers in journals, conference proceedings, and he has received ISNT National Award also. So thank you very much, Arvind Kumarji. I leave it to you, please.
इधर से आगे पीछे नहीं हो रहा है
Okay. He has to say means next. We have to say next.
Yes.
And then
Hello. So good morning. From morning we have been charged to learn and earn.
इसके सामने आओगे तो आवाज आएगा
इधर आ जाओ
बस नहीं हाँ इधर आ जाएगा या फिर
ऊपर ऊपर चल ठीक है ऊपर ही चल So today's topic is eddy current testing. So first topic is eddy current testing. So this eddy current testing is a name. If you ask name of some person, many persons are more interested in their title, not their name. So in eddy current testing is the first term. So why do you need testing? Okay. So next, so during this eddy current testing course, we will discuss some introduction, then definition of terms related to eddy current testing, principle of eddy current testing, test variables, test probe description, test equipment description, applications, advantages and limitations, and codes related to ECT. Next. So as a introduction, God have given us solid, liquid and gas. Soil, stone, sand is in the form of solid, water is in the form of liquid and air is in form of gas. So for survival of a human being, living thing, God has given us soil, sand, stone, air, water. ठीक है हेलो ठीक है hello so among these things whatever we are getting, that was the very fundamentals for the human being. Like we need food, shelter and cloth, but nowadays the requirement of human being is too much. Our ancestor has crossed the iron age, bronze age, stone age. Now we are living in the computer and mobile age. So our expectation has gone up to very high value. And to feed that expectation, we need resources. And that resources is given by God in the form of earth, in the form of air, in the form of water. But this computer and mobile cannot be made from the stone, air or water. So whatever thing is required for fabrication of these things, you have to get from the soil, air, water only. There is no other source available on the earth. So luckily, whatever elements are given in the periodic table, they are all available on the earth crust, and we get it from the different processing process from the earth crust. So everything around us is made of materials in different forms, and then natural material available on earth is solid, liquid, gas, and these are converted into group to living thing and non-living thing. See, this non-living thing can live at their own, but living thing always needs help of so many things, because they need the things for their survival. So need is food, air, water, sunlight, everything is required for the survival. Human being needs some more, such as medicine, means of transportation, computer, communication, education, entertainment, and then everything required for survival. So many people tell in the society that I can live at their own, but nobody can survive at their own. Lakhs of person, lakhs of plants, lakhs of animals are working for your survival. नेक्स्ट इधर बोल सकते हो ठीक है ठीक है सो अर्थ क्रस्ट इज मोस्टली मिनरल्स in the form of stone, and we are processing these stones to get the elements in useful form. Okay, so by use of heat, chemical reaction, pyrometallurgy, hydrometallurgy, electrometallurgy, we are getting the useful material in elemental form. Okay, and that elemental form is very pure form. It cannot be used as it is. It can be used for making the alloy, or it can be used for electronics purposes, but for structural material they cannot be used as it is. So we are making it alloy, mixing two metals, and then you get the desired property like strength, ductility, toughness, hardness, etc. So these components are fabricated by casting, mechanical working and powder metallurgy. So the metal you are getting from the natural material, you are making it in alloy form, and then the component can be fabricated directly by casting in the final shape or by mechanical working like rolling, forging, extrusion in the desired shape, and or you are making a powder and you are getting the compaction and sintering in the desired shape. So these are the three processes by which you are getting the components, and then the system is made from different components, and these components are getting joined either by soldering, brazing, welding, different joining processes. So final system, to get the final system from the soil, different processes are there, and whenever you are doing the deformation from one shape to another shape to get the desired shape, always there is a chance of generation of the flaws. Next. So during all the processing you are getting some flaws generated, and that flaw may be a small, big, that may be on the surface, inside the surface, that may be inclined or parallel to the surface. So some flaw will be always there, and you have to live with that flaws. Nobody in the world is free from flaw. No engineering components is free from flaws. Only it is up to you which you want to accept it or reject it. That depends on your requirements. Okay. So that flaw characteristics are like type, size, shape, size, orientation, gap between the flaws, and accordingly this testing is required. So some flaws are dangerous, some flaws are not dangerous, right? Like planar flaw is more dangerous, volumetric flaw is less dangerous. Flaws are on the surface more dangerous, flaws are inside the surface less dangerous. If it is major axis is perpendicular to the applied stress, it is more dangerous. So nobody want the system which is already defective. So for putting the system in the surface, before that you need testing. Okay, so that is the need of the testing. Okay, without testing, even any process, you take any process, the testing is basic need, like from birth to death, at every moment we are doing the testing. What is that testing? Visual testing. So different types of testing are there, the destructive testing as well as non-destructive testing. If you want to measure the properties of the material like tensile strength, hardness, toughness, fracture toughness, so for that you have to do the destructive testing, and that is done on the coupon. But in destructive testing it is only on the coupon, it cannot be done on the actual component, and by doing the testing on the coupon you are extrapolating that for the actual components. So to overcome that limitations, the non-destructive testing comes into picture, in which there is no need of destruction of the component. You can do the testing on the actual component without affecting the serviceability of the component. Okay. So this NDT techniques first applied for human body, then it comes to the material. Like for a human body from top to bottom, CT scan is there, MRI is there, endoscopy is there, or radiography for bones, ultrasound for stomach. So all the techniques are developed for human body. Now as the civilization grow, the people think that why not it is for the material. Okay, so then it has converted to the material. Next. So atom is the building block. everything made of atom, and inside the atom there is a proton, electron, neutron. Inside the orbit, proton and neutron, and outside it is electron. So these three fundamental particles are responsible for all the properties of the atom. Okay, like proton is responsible for mechanical property, neutron is responsible for nuclear property, electron is responsible for the electrical property, electronic property, even physical property like lustrous. So these elements are made of atoms, and they may be metals or non-metals. Then this pure metal cannot be used, so you have to make the alloy, and this designer needs required properties and defect free material to design the component. And then the properties are chemical composition, microstructure, texture, dislocation density. These are the property which governs all the physical mechanical properties of the material. So then destructive testing and non-destructive testing. See, destructive testing is for property measurement, and non-destructive testing for measurement and flaw detection on actual components. Next. So NDT, again depending upon the flaw location, type, size, orientation, these are categorized like surface examination, visual testing, liquid pattern testing, surface and subsurface, visual, LPT, and then eddy current testing and magnetic particle testing. And then for volumetric examination there is a radiography and ultrasonic testing. And then performance testing, there is a leak testing or acoustic emission testing. So these are the different types of testing used for detection and characterization of the flaws in the component. Next. So now we are coming to eddy current. Before going to eddy current, you have to understand some fundamental electrical. So how this eddy current is getting generated. Okay. So basically in the atom, electrons are moving around the orbit, and when there is a transfer of electron, it creates a charge. Okay. So that charge is, when it is static, it is electrostatic charge. When it is moving, it gives birth of the current. Okay. So that current is of two types, direct current and alternating current. If its amplitude remains constant with respect to time, direct current. Amplitude varies with respect to time, it is a alternating current. And these current are characterized by their frequency. Okay, so DC has no frequency, but AC has certain frequency. How many cycles per with respect to the time. Okay, so then see, nobody try to leave their position. Everybody is happy at their position, but if you want to try to move from one place to another place, it will always opposed, and that opposition to flow of charge is resistance. Okay. So current is flow of charge, not only flow of charge, it is flow of charge per unit time. Okay. Then this potential difference is basically cause of the flow of charge or cause of flow of current. Okay. Potential means energy, energy difference. For any movement, there should be energy difference. If there is no energy difference, no movement. Okay, like when a person get dead, there is no energy movement, no vibration, so there is no movement. Okay, so potential difference creates the energy difference, and then the electrons flow and it gives birth of the current. So Ohm's law states that the current, resistance and potential difference is connected by V is equal to IR. Next. Then the Oersted first experienced that when there is a current, it is always associated with a magnetic field. Okay. So or vice versa, when there is a magnetic field, it creates a current. Okay. So when a wire is wound in the form of coil, one more property comes into picture, that is inductance. In the straight wire, only resistance is opposition to the flow of current, but when it is formed in the coil, there is another property comes into picture, that is inductance, and birth of the inductance is due to the magnetic flux linkage. If there is no flux linkage in wire, no inductance. Right? So then this inductance L is di by dt, rate of change of current, because as the rate of change of current increases, more magnetic flux will be linked. Inductive reactance is basically opposition to flow of current in the coil due to magnetic flux linkage, and then impedance is a combination of both resistance as well as inductive reactance. So resistance is a electrical property, inductive reactance is a magnetic property, because origin of inductance is resistance, origin of inductive reactance is magnetic flux linkage, and combined form it gives the impedance. So whenever you talk about the coil, we talk about the impedance. Next. So this phasing relationship, basically it is a timing relationship. Phase means what? Time. If you move on the straight line, it is a meter per second, and how much distance you have covered in unit time. That straight line, if you convert on the circular path, that time is converted into phase angle. 1t is 0 to 360 degree angle. Okay? So 0 t by 4, t by 2, 3 t by 4, 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree, 360 degree. So one complete cycle is from 0 to 360 degree. So this VR is in phase with the current. VL lags the current by 90 degree because it is di by dt, and I is equal to I naught sin omega 2. So if you will differentiate it, sine will convert into cos. So sine and cos has 90 degree phase difference, and then VC leads the current by 90 degree because it is a integration. So then Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction basically gives birth of the eddy current. Whenever there is a changing magnetic field, if a conductor comes across this changing magnetic field, it will give birth of the eddy current. Circular alternating current will induced in the conducting material when it comes across the changing magnetic field, and that is the eddy current. So this Lenz law gives idea about the direction of the current. See, first time I told that nobody wants to change their place, but if you force them, it will oppose. So conductor is in good form, electrons are moving here and there, but by applying the changing magnetic field across that conductor, you are forcing that moving electron to follow the path along the magnetic flux. So eddy current is induced, but it opposes. Somebody is sitting there and you are telling no, move this way, nobody wants to guidance from somebody. So that direction of the eddy current is opposes the primary current. And eddy current is always associated with secondary magnetic flux. Wherever there is a current, it will be associated with magnetic flux. So secondary magnetic flux will oppose the primary magnetic flux, and that is given by the Lenz law. And then what will happen to the coil? Net magnetic flux available to the coil is very, very small because of the opposition from the eddy current. Next. So this is the basically the first coil is supplied with the alternating current. Magnetic field will perpendicular to the alternating current. So magnetic field, like the current is going like this, magnetic flux will surround it, left hand Fleming rule. So this HP is the primary magnetic field, eddy current is induced in the conducting material, that circular current, and then HS is the secondary magnetic field, it will oppose the primary magnetic field. Net magnetic field available to the coil is less, so XL will be less. Okay, and then as XL changes, the Z will change, and that Z is monitored. So if there is a good material, no magnetic flux, no impedance change, if you balance condition, and when there is a defect, see in this case you see this, there is a defect in the bottom portion. Then if somebody does not know swimming and he has to cross the river, what he will do? He will find some path where there is a bridge on the river, I will cross from that. Okay. Like that, if there is a defect, there is a air gap, current cannot cross that air gap, so it will follow the contour path. Okay. And that process, in that process, it is taking more time to complete the path. So as the time changes, its phase changes. He has to spend more energy, because somebody can cross the river directly with less energy if he has to travel 1 kilometer to cross the bridge. Okay. So he has travel longer path. So in that process they are giving the signal. This signal has two characteristics, one is amplitude, another is phase angle. Amplitude is related to the volume of the defect, and phase angle is related to the depth of the defect. If the defect is on the surface, the magnetic flux will immediate interact, the eddy current will immediate interact with the defect, it is taking less time. If the defect is inside the material, it will take more time to interact, it is giving the more phase angle. Okay. So that way phase angle gives idea about the defect depth, but the amplitude of the signal will give idea about the volume of the defect. Next. So skin effect, like eddy current opposes the primary current, or flux due to secondary flux opposes the primary flux. So it decreases from surface to inside exponentially. So Jx is equal to J naught e to the power minus x by delta. Okay. From the surface it is 100%, then it decreases exponentially. Now if you put x is equal to delta, what will happen? Jx become J delta and e to the power minus 1. E to the power minus 1 means 1 by e. 1 by e means 0.37. Okay. So the distance from the surface at which eddy current density becomes 1.37 times or 37% or 1 by e times of the surface current density, that distance is called a standard depth of penetration. So after one standard depth of penetration, eddy current density is 37%. After two standard depth of penetration, 37% of 37%, that is 14%. After 3 delta, 37 of 40%, around 5%. Okay. So it decreases exponentially. Next. So 1 delta is a standard depth of penetration and 3 delta is called effective depth of penetration. Up to 3 delta eddy current density is 5%. So you can easily test up to 3 delta. Okay. After 5 delta it is less than 1%. Okay. So a standard depth of penetration formula is delta is equal to root under 1 by pi mu sigma f. Okay. So this is the one formula which guide everything in eddy current testing. Okay. In this formula the variables are pi is constant, mu is the magnetic permeability, sigma is the electrical conductivity, f is the test frequency. Okay. So for a ferromagnetic material, mu is mu naught into mu r. Mu naught is the absolute permeability, it is fixed 4.2 10 power minus 7 Henry per meter. Mu r is for ferromagnetic material is much more than 1. For a non-ferromagnetic material, mu r is 1. Okay. Then sigma is electrical conductivity. for a conducting material, different conducting material is having different electrical conductivity. Like copper is highest, and above that copper, silver is the highest. So copper conductivity is taken as a reference, 100% ISCS, International Annealed Copper Standard. Then after that there is a silver 105%. Then below that gold is 70%, aluminum is 60%, stainless steel is 2.5%, titanium is 1%, like that different conductivity material is there. So magnetic permeability and electrical conductivity is a material property. Okay? And